Okay, this is the number 3 condensing unit, and this is the first condensing unit that I've looked at, and so I don't know if there's going to be any consistency or irregularities with the other 2 units. This is number 3, first one. Bushes are too close to the condensing unit, and the coils are dirty. So there's that. But first I want to talk about the issues. And this insulation has not been legal for energy requirements since 2015. Alright, you should have a much more robust, low pressure refrigerant line, refrigerant piping for that. Then, this is what is assumed to be controls to the backup generator for if there is a power outage and you can still run your air conditioning systems. So my concern with these controls are beyond the scope of this inspection. But the concern about this is that's an electronic display, and it looks like it should be mounted better in a location less prone. Okay, it's got mounting screws on here. Got warnings. It's telling us what we should be doing. It says suitable for outdoor use. It does say that. But it probably should have been hung on to the wall a little better. Give a little more slack here. Just say, okay, this is a 3-ton system. I don't know what the other ones are. It's a year old. I expect the other ones to be the same age. Alright. But this uses 410A. 410A. 410A is no longer manufactured in the United States. It's no longer imported into the United States legally. They do have stockpiles of it. But as the stockpiles diminish, servicing this is going to become more expensive. And just because there's refrigerant available, you'll always be able to buy a fan motor. But the compressors, low pressure, high pressure switches, anything like that, okay, no longer available. The coils, no longer available. They're not manufacturing. If it's on the shelf, they'll sell it. But yeah, replacement parts are going to dry up faster than the refrigerant. And so it's imperative that these systems be serviced routinely to get as much life as you can, because there's nothing wrong with having 410A. It's perfectly legal. Okay, that house has 410A, that house has 410A, that house has 410A. All these houses have 410A. Okay, so but it's imperative that we service it. Another thing that's imperative, and I believe this might have been in the previous inspection report that I prepared for you, but this equipment should have been registered with the carrier manufacturer so that the carrier approves that this equipment is matched. This condensing unit matches the evaporator coil, matches the indoor air handler, which is the furnace, and all 3 of those systems work together as a unit, and they are all matched. And the carrier needs to recognize that, because in many cases they are matched, but it hasn't been registered with the manufacturer like carrier. And every year I've got an air conditioning buddy that tells me that he does thousands upon thousands of dollars of warrantable work that his clients had to pay for instead of the manufacturer, who should have paid for it. Unnecessary expenses on the consumer because the consumer didn't have their equipment registered. So this is your warning. And if it wasn't registered, that just makes servicing it even more imperative. It makes it even more important.